Do you ever read picture books? Have you ever read a picture book to a child? What picture books do you choose to read? If you have a child, or if you'd like a child, or if you can just imagine having a child, or if you find friends' children that you particularly like and read to them, what choices do you make? Certainly, I've experienced it. My children come up to me with a picture book, and they say, well, "Can you read this book to me?" And I'll think, I really don't want to read that one. I really don't want to read that one. Hey, how about this one? Why don't we read this one instead? This session is all about asking the question, who picture books are for. Are they for children, or are they for us as adults? Do they reflect what we want, or do they reflect what children want? Do we get children to read picture books because we want to educate them about certain things? Or do children choose picture books because they resonate particularly with a child's experience? And what is the right answer to that? If you know anything about me, you know that I have certain left-wing leaning tendencies, and so therefore I am going to tend to favour books which reflect my own particular kind of neo-Marxist ideologies. Is that right? Or should I let my children choose for themselves? Should I let children read things which can map across to their own experience? If they are interested in reading a particular book, is that because that book resonates with their experience? Should I allow that, or should I dictate it? Are picture books to do with me imposing my own values upon a child or not? Or even the authors. The authors of picture books, what do they do when they write? Do they write because they want to teach a child something that they think is the right thing for them to learn? Or do they write in order for the child to simply play and engage with any experience, with adventure, without imposing any structures or any lessons or moralities or ethical principles upon them that they might otherwise not have? Who are picture books for? And actually, when we think about this, we'll discover that picture books actually can be divided into those two different categories. There are some picture books which do have a very, very clear didactic intent. They are designed to teach children something. And there are other picture books that seem utterly random, and you think, well, actually, what value does this have for any child? What do they learn from this? And we think about that disparagingly. But should we? The fact that a child is able to simply engage in experience for experience's own sake, is that a bad thing? Is the author trying to appeal to a child's experience or to impose upon it? We're going to think about how literature can be divided into those subjects. And we're going to look in particular at Michael Rosen's Sad Book, a book which, when we look at it and we think of it as a children's book or as a picture book, it is actually quite shocking. But it's shocking for a very interesting reason. It's shocking because we think that the topic of grief, the topic of being sad, of loss, is something that we don't think that children should have to deal with at an early age. But that's us imposing our own values, our own structures upon children. Why not? What is it? Why should we be the arbiters of what children should be allowed to encounter at such an early age? And if we do determine that because we have this idealised notion of children as a perfect state of innocence, that we should be able to shield them from anything in life which is anything other than sweetness and light and jolliness and happiness, and are children better off for that, or are they worse off? Lots of interesting questions, and hopefully we'll have an interesting time discussing those in this class.